One of my favorite perfume houses is Jovoy. And they've been around for, I think, 100 years. I'm not sure, but today I have the Jovoy Discovery Set. If you're not familiar with them, they do some absolute bangers. They're based out of France. Stuff like Psychedelique, which I did a video on. I'll post that up here, but we're gonna talk about it again today. So here it is, the Jovoy Master Sample Set. Came with a bunch of cards, and it shows which each fragrance is. It has little pictures, and it has the notes on the background. Can you see that there? Here's the samples in the box. I don't want them to all fall out. They're kind of loose in there, but I don't know if you can see that. Really cool. They are 2 ml spray vials. Now, being that this house is from France, some of the names of these fragrances are in French, and I don't speak French, so I'm probably gonna butcher some of these names. I'm not even gonna try my best. I'll try my best. I'm gonna try to pronounce some of them, okay? But, take it easy in the comments. First up, we have Private Label. Here's a little card with the notes. We have papyrus, patchouli, vetiver, birch cedar, citruses, and sandalwood. Ready this bad boy? Okay, so right off, I get smoky leather. Actually, you know what? It's vetiver. It's smoky. It's definitely leather. There's smoky vetiver and leather in this, but you know what? I don't know. I'm not a huge vetiver guy. Let's just say that right off. I'm not huge onto it. I do like some of them. And this one, I don't know if it's doing it for me. This legit has like a barbecue grill smell. Like that's the kind of smokiness. Like imagine if you took some vetiver and baked it on a barbecue grill. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. You have that smoky vetiver barbecue grill type vibe to me, and a little bit of leather. The vetiver it's definitely a smoky fragrance. Really good quality. Jovoy always is. If smoky vetivers are your thing, definitely check this one out. This is Private Label. I'm gonna give it, for my personal taste, a 6 out of 10. Next up, here we go. Here's a hard name. La Liturgie des Jours, something like that. I don't know. All right, here we go here. Let's waft it out. Waft it out. Let's give this one a smell. This is very green. It's like a nice, I get incense too. This is a nice earthy green incense. Smells like there's cypress in here. Oh, I didn't read the notes on this one. We do have cypress, green notes, citrus, incense, myrrh, olebana, musk, and patchouli. So I'm gonna say this, I'm not a fan of incense fragrances as well, just as far as like to wear, right? I really like them as like room scents, and that's what this is to me. This is like green, cypressy, very incensey. This is something that I would expect to smell like in a spa or a spa or a sauna. I don't know. For me wearing this, I don't know. It's good though. It's a good scent. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Quality is really good. And that was La Liturgie des Jours. Next up is Musc Pallas. There we go. There's the notes if you want to check those out. And it is bergamot, ambrette, iris peach, sea spray, whatever that means, tonka red musk, white musk, and powdery musk. It's a lot of musk going on here. Musc Pallas. Let's check this bad boy out though. You know what? I'm gonna spray him over. I'm trying to spray him off so I don't spray it all over my mic like I've been doing. My microphone smells amazing, to be honest. All right, there we go. This is Musc Pallas by Jovoy. Oh my God. This is amazing. You know what this, hold on, right there. This smells like something that I love. Okay. Right off rip, Musc Pallas smells to me a little bit like Jovan Ginseng Energy, which is one of my favorite cheap fragrances of all time. It's like $10 maybe. And I have never smelled a niche fragrance that smells similar. This one is very close. It just really is. This that's what it reminded me of instantly. It's just very clean, it's very fresh, and it's very musky. You have to love musks, and I'm not talking about dirty, pissy musk. I'm talking about fresh, super fluffy, cold, clean musks. If musks are your thing, this is amazing. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10 right off rip. Oh, this is so good. This is gonna be full bottle worthy for me. I've never smelled this one. This is Musc Pallas. Next up, we have Fire at Will. There we go. There's the notes once again. We have vanilla, mimosa absolute, whatever that means. It's a flower. Come on now. Vanilla sugar, brown sugar. I'm getting a vanilla-y vibe from this. Amber, vetiver, white musks. Fire at Will. I've heard of this one. This is one of their bangers from Jovoy, right? We'll give this 2 good sprays. We'll go on this side. Let's give it a smell here. This is a really good vanilla is what this is. This, instantly, I don't know. Is it generic? Maybe a little bit. It's solid though. It reminds me of like Annie from Nichane, something like that. Just a good safe vanilla. If you like vanilla fragrances, this is a good one. Honestly, it's not blowing me off my feet. I'll give it a 7.5, honestly. I really thought I'd have a little bit more. You know, this is fire at will from Jovoy. 7.5, good, the quality's there, it smells really good. I don't know though. I like vanilla, but there's something about generic vanilla. Like there's so many vanilla fragrances, right? I want a unique vanilla. In fact, I just did a video review, said video twice, a video review of Boy Smells Vanilla Era, and that one is just so unique. You might not love it, but it's unique. And I'll put the video review up there if you want to check that one out. Next up, we have Remember Me. What are those, like little grasshoppers or crickets on there? Bergamot Lemon Cardamom Tea. I love tea fragrances. I don't know about you, but I do. Ginger, frangipani, I think I said that right, some type of tropical flower, cedar musk, vanilla gourmands, and woody notes. Here we go, Remember Me. This is supposed to be a good one too. Okay. I love this one right off. This is like a fresh, lemony, citrusy ginger tea almost. Wow, this smells really good. So you know what? I'm getting like, there's a little bit of a citronella vibe to me that I'm getting. I don't hate citronella. I don't love citronella. It went away pretty quick. It was just in the initial opening, that blast of lemon. Really good though. There's like cinnamon coming through now too. This is solid. This is basically like a citrusy chai tea. That's what this smells like. If you like tea fragrances, this is a good one to check out. That is Remember Me. Remember Me. I don't know if I showed the boxes, either of these. Let me show you just these little boxes. It is Remember Me by Jovoy. Really nice. That's also going to be a full bottle purchase. Next up, we have Rouge, or is it Rogue? It's Rouge Assassin, Rogue Assassin. I don't know, bro. I know how to say stuff in English, right? I don't know if it changes in different languages, but here we have bergamot, rose, ambrette, alame, rice powder, whatever that smells like. Cedar iris, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, benzoin, and tonka bean. So you can tell this is going to be a powdery, rosy makeup fragrance. That's what I'm thinking right off, which I do like. I really enjoy makeup style fragrances, as well as the next person. All right, here we go. I can tell you this one's a bit harsh, dude. You know, I don't know. Right off the rip, this smells like hairspray. This reminds me of like the 80s. Not that I was like an adult in the 80s, but I was born in the 80s. But it smells like what I remember my mother's hairspray smelling like. A little too much for me. It's also, I'm picking up like a boozy note. I don't know where that's coming from. It's a little bit powdery, not as powdery as I was expecting, but it's like harsh chemically hairspray in the opening. It's a little boozy. I don't know if that's the alcohol-y harsh vibe I'm getting. And a little powdery. It almost reminds me of like a vintage lipstick. Not too bad. Not too great. I don't know. So far, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. It's my least favorite so far. I'm gonna experiment with all of these a little bit more, of course. Next up, we have Pavillon Rouge. Look at that shredded dude. Is he shredded? I don't know, he's like a pirate. He's probably shredded, most pirates are. There's the notes there. Check that out, bruh. Spices, whiskey, ooh. So it makes sense, right? This is gonna be a spicy, boozy fragrance, right? Pavillon Rouge, pirate, spices, whiskey, sesame, rum, leather, tobacco, coffee, black tea, ebony, vanilla, and benzoin. This sounds absolutely amazing for the cooler months and something that I would just usually blind buy. Let's check this one out. Pavillon Rouge. Or is it Rogue? I don't know if they're spelled the same. I don't think they are. Here we go. This one's a little faint, actually. Light boozy. Hold on a second here. Don't pressure me. Okay. Light boozy. I was expecting more booze. A little bit leathery. You can smell a little bit of tobacco. You know what this reminds me of, but it's like a lighter version? This reminds me a little bit of Black Phantom by Killian's. If you're familiar with Black Phantom, it's pretty amazing if you like that DNA, which I do. I'm gonna take Black Phantom over this though, unfortunately. It's not as sweet though. It's not as sweet as Black Phantom, but it's there. So take Black Phantom, take the sweetness out, make it a little bit lighter. That's kind of what you get. Smoky tobacco, a little bit of leather, which I don't get leather in Black Phantom, and there's a little bit of booziness. Not bad though. I actually do enjoy this. I'll give this Pavillon Rouge, we'll say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for that one. All right, 21 Conduit St. There we go. There's the notes there. Let's read them off again. Grapefruit, lavender, bergamot, rhubarb. I love those. Fir balsam, amaretto. Sounds good and strange. Tonka bean, vetiver, and ambroxan, and modern woods. What is this, an aromatic frugier? I don't know what I'm talking about. A little bit. This 21 Conduit St. I already don't like it in the air. Not at all. The initial blast, I'm not a fan of. Heavy lavender and citruses. Okay, the opening of this instantly, it reminds me of Sweet Leaf by Room 1015, which I did do a review. Did I do a review of that? I think I did. It was in one of my videos. I absolutely dislike that fragrance with a passion. It's supposed to be like a marijuana style thing. I was hoping it was gonna be like music festival from Maison Margiela, right? From Replica. Anyways, it doesn't smell like that at all. This smells like that. It smells green and herbaceous with spices. I don't like it. Overdose of lavender, which I do like lavender. I don't know, this opening, just not for me. Okay, I'm back. You know, I wanted to let this dry down just a little bit to see if it got better, and it did. The dry down is good on this one. I dislike and despise the opening. I don't know, I'll have to do more tests on this one as well. It's a strange fragrance. 7 out of 10, quality's good, smells kind of strange, dry down's good. That is 21 Conduit St. Up next is another one that I can't pronounce. I'll zoom up on the name right there. L'Art de la Guerre. L'Art de la Guerre. Guerre? I don't know, bro. Let's check this out. The notes are bergamot, apple, rhubarb, lavender, everlasting flowers that grow forever, nutmeg, which I like in fragrances, violet. This sounds really good, actually. Citrus, musk, patchouli, leather, and oak moss. Wow. All right, here we go. I already smell apple in this bad boy. Green apple. Ah, this is a good one. This has such a good citrusy, fruity opening. It's like green apple and rhubarb just scream at you. Instantly, this kind of reminds me of like Panda a little bit from Zoologist, which is a good one, minus all the musky shit from the Panda and the dirty, mossy stuff. It's also starting to get a little bit leathery, honestly. So we have apple in the opening, rhubarb, just really nice, a little bit of leather coming through. You know what else this kind of reminds me of a little bit? This almost reminds me of like Amberful a little bit by Mancera. And Amberful reminded me of Parfums de Marly's Greenly, which was an apple fragrance. There's apples in this, and Ganymede, which is like a minerally strange fragrance that just smells good. This kind of reminds me of those a little bit. This is really good. I think I prefer this almost more than Amberful. Just don't tell Amberful. Very classy fragrance. 8 out of 10 right off rip, possibly higher, you know. That was L'Art de la Guerre. I don't know. Really good one. Apple, bergamot, rhubarb. Man, that's solid. Next one up here, I might be able to say this. Gardez-Moi. Gardez-Moi. Probably like garden something. Aldehydes, coriander, tomato, coriander. Did I say that wrong twice? I don't know. Tomato leaves. I don't like tomato leaf fragrances. Gardenia jasmine, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I see raspberry, oak. I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like this. Gardez-Moi. Let's spray this. I don't know, every tomato leaf style herbaceous garden fragrance I've smelled, it's just not for me, right? I just don't like it. Quality is really good. If this is your thing, you will like this. Very green. Tomato leaves, which like picture going in the tomato garden and like eating the leaves. That's how green it is. Tomato leaves, there's a nice white floral going on there, I'll give it that. And like a musky vanilla's kind of popping through. Tomato leaves, so green tomato leaves, musky vanilla, that's nice, and the white florals, not bad. This is probably one of the better green tomato leaf style fragrances that I've smelled so far. Very strong, very good quality, leans feminine, just not my jam. For what it is, 8 out of 10 for my personal taste. I don't know, a 5. I would never wear this personally in my life, except for right now, because it just sprayed all over my tablet. So I'm gonna smell like a garden salad for the rest of the day. Hold on a second here. I need to hydrate out of this big ass jar. Yeah, I drink from jars, bro. I buy them new. I don't even use them for pickling. I just drink out of them. Next up, we have Touche Finale. I'm gonna say it very English. Touche Finale. I don't know. Pink berries, mimosa, rose, jasmine, cedar, violet, heliotrope, another powdery sounding fragrance, white musk, and sandalwood. That sounds really good, to be honest here. Oh, this one already smells good in the air. Oh, this is great. Very fruity and happy. I'm talking about like berries smell, white florals. God, I like this. Very happy. It's just such a pretty fragrance. Yes, it's feminine. And I would say 90% of men are not gonna wear this, but it's also getting powdery now, which I like. This is a good makeup style fragrance. I like this one. Light florals, pink berries, powdery makeup. It's not too juvenile either. It smells really good. This is a good one. 8 out of 10 all day. This is Touche Finale, bruh. Touche Finale. I don't know. It's a good one. Look at the bottle, the picture. Can you see that? That's what it smells like. This one's solid. I would buy a full bottle of this. I would get this for this significant other. Next up here, we have Ambre Premier. There are the notes there. Sounds good. Spices, candied orange, which I love. Rose, amber, musk patchouli, and vanilla. This one just sounds fantastic. I hope it doesn't suck. So, am I already smelling something that I'm disappointed with? And it's incense. I can't get into incense fragrances. I don't know what it is. Spicy candy orange. It's so good. And the incense note, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. It's getting a little bit ambery too. So right off, this reminds me of something from Tower Parfums mixed with like, it has kind of a masculine vibe, like Bentley Intense for Men. Like take Bentley Intense for Men and mix it with like, was it like Incense Rose from Tower? Something from Tower, right? And it's kind of what you got. The quality is really good, but it's just, I don't know, it's not for me. It's really strong too. I don't know, it's really good. I just don't like the incense vibe. If the incense was just tamed down a little bit, it'd be better. 7.5 for me personally. That is Ambre Premier by Jovoy. Solid so far. So far though, these are all been really good. Next up, we have another one I can't pronounce. So long. L'Arbre de la Conscience. There we go there, you can see that. L'Arbre de la Conscience. Citrus fruits, green fig, fig tree, patchouli. Once again, I'm not a huge fan of fig fragrances. I don't know if I've said that before. Some of them are not bad. It's just not my favorite. I know some people absolutely love them so much, like fig fragrances. There's so many good ones out there, but I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. If that's your thing though, I'm guessing this is gonna be good. Yeah, I mean, this is very familiar if you like fig fragrances. I don't know, it opens, they're too green, right? Like, it doesn't smell like a ripe fig you're gonna eat. It smells like the fig tree, like the fig leaves, right? And I think that's what I don't like. I don't like the tomato leaf greenness. I don't like the fig tree greenness. Doesn't matter what tree you're giving me, although I do like pine and outdoorsy and woodsy. That's a whole different discussion. We're talking about fig here. I don't know, there's some good cold musks in here I'm picking up. I'm kind of sensitive to musks. I really like them. Realistic fig leaves, just super ripe and green. I don't know. Just not my jam. It's good though. It's a good one. You know, it's equivalent to the other fig fragrance I've smelled. I can't think of them off the top of my head. What are some bangers? Debaser. This smells like Debaser. It's like Jovoy's version of Debaser. It's okay. It's good. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's just not my jam. But you know, like I said, I just don't like that green fig DNA personally. If you do like, I don't hate it. It's not my thing to wear. But if you do like that, check this one out. It smells on par quality-wise with all the other ones in that category. All right, the next one up here is Les Jeux Faits. Did I say that in reverse? Yes. It's Les Jeux Sont Faits. Once again, I'm butchering that, but like I said, I don't speak French, but there we go. The notes are angelica, which is a flower, dried fruits, gin. What is this gonna be? Cumin, which is BO, just kidding. Tobacco, rum, citrus, lavender, vanilla, sandalwood. So we have a dried fruit, boozy, spicy tobacco rum fragrance with citruses and floral notes. Sounds a little bit complex, to be honest. Let's give it a spray over here. All right, here we go. So this, hold on. This is a bit strange, to be honest. I'm getting dried fruits, cumin, and like light tobacco notes. It's a little boozy, but honestly, like, this is a cumin bomb. Like, it's just overpowering. It wasn't at the beginning, the initial opening, I wasn't getting crazy cumin. It was there, but now it's like just taking over. And I don't dislike cumin in fragrances. Even the ones that come off as like a BO smell, which it can, I still don't dislike that either. I understand that it can make a formulation really nice. But this is a little bit too much on the cumin for me personally. It's overpowering. Maybe, I'm sure it's gonna dry down a little bit different. I don't know. This is one I'll have to check out again. Les Jeux Sont Faits. I don't know. As of right now, though, it's just too much cumin and BO-ish. It's 5 out of 10 for me. This might be my most least favorite so far. If you love cumin and you like that destructive power it has, you might really dig this with some tobacco and boozy elements mixed in. For me, it's a pass. Next up, we have Psychedelique. Now, I mean, this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I did a full video of this somewhat recently. I'll post it up there. And what this is just like the most amazing patchouli fragrance you can ever get, right? It's just so good. I'll spray it. I just reviewed it. I do have a full bottle of this one. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's just so good. It opens up with like a slight citrus blast, and that patchouli just comes in so amazing. And then it turns into that like the earthy chocolate patchouli. Like I said before, it's like if you were hiking through the woods in the fall, someone smashed you in the face with an unfrosted chocolate cake, and you roll down the grassy hill and there was grass and leaves all in your hair. That's what this smells like. It's absolutely 10 out of 10. It's not only probably the best fragrance by Jovoy, it's probably one of the best fragrances of all time. For patchouli, it's my number one. You could argue there might be a couple that are close, but I don't know. It's just so good. That is Psychedelique by Jovoy. Just star. Legendary status, in my opinion. Last but not least, we have Incident Diplomatique, which is another one I've heard throughout the years. Mandarin, vetiver from Java, nutmeg, patchouli, sandalwood. I hope it's not an overbomb of vetiver, which I know is huge and a lot of you love it. I'm not a huge fan. Let's check this one out. Actually, I think I've smelled this one before. I think this is really good, actually. Don't tell anyone, brah, but it was good, brah. Incident Diplomatique. Really good. Wow, this is reminding me something again from Zoologist. So right off rip, you get hit with like orange zest, vetiver, and nutmeg. Now, I love nutmeg in fragrances. I don't know if you know what nutmeg smells like, but once you smell it in a good nutmeg style fragrance, you can always pick it up. And this one is fantastic. I'm not kidding. This is so classy and nice. It's just pleasantly well blended. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out and say this. This might be my current favorite vetiver fragrance that I've smelled. I'm not huge on them. This is really good though. And I think it's the nutmeg. For some reason, vetiver, I'm like a anosmic to it at first. I don't really smell it at first. They come off as faint to me. I don't know if that comes off to everybody, but to me it does. But this is so good. That orange zest and that nutmeg. This almost reminds me if you mixed Harvest Mouse and Tiger by Zoologist. That's kind of what this reminds me of. I know there's different notes. I know it's different, but it has the nutmeg note that Harvest Mouse has and the vetiver of like Tiger, a little less smoky. Really good though, really good. 8.5, possibly 9. I'll give it a 10 for vetivers. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 for me because I'm not huge on them. But that is Incident Diplomatique by Jovoy. All right, that was the last one. Let me know what you think. I wanna hear your opinion in the comments, I really do. I'm sure a lot of you are experienced with Jovoy. Let me know what your favorite fragrances are by them, which one you think is amazing. Do you like the tomato leaf one? Musc Pallas was an absolute banger. Psychedelique, they're just so good. Overall, the set is definitely worth picking up. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. There you go, this is the Fragrance Channel. My name is Ryan, and we are signing off, buddy. Another day, another dollar. Sometimes rich people say that, right? I don't know. Man, this one smells good. I think I'm gonna wear this for today, actually. Or as I break it and spill it all over.